Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, live on the Historic Home Theater. We're not live, we're taped, but we're live today anyway. We did a show called Hometown Happenings, Hodge Podge H2O on KDLM, our sister station. And Natural Innovations was behind this show, and I've got the folks from Natural Innovations here. We've got Sandy Gunderson, also Kelly Blackledge, Dan Olson, and Erica Johnson, and John Mingy is standing off, talking to our guests and doing a little socializing right now. Very instrumental in giving us sustenance throughout the show. But I wanted you guys to talk a little bit about the show and a little bit about Natural Innovations. So Kelly, I know that you are the president, so I'll have you step forward a little bit and tell us about the inspiration for the show.
Right. So this is just such a great opportunity for us to get the message out. You know, we, in a group, talk about it a lot, but this is a great opportunity for us to just really share all of those messages that we've been discussing over the past several months, and that's our goal, is really to share it with others. So appreciate the opportunity to do that.
Yes, and we were talking about, on our show, we talk about aquatic invasive species. We had Barb Hallbuck and Fishberg from COLA on. We were talking about, you know, the regional approach to aquatic invasive species with Spencer McGrew. And also we had some fun quizzes. We had the Sunfish swim team on here talking about what they do. And then we had a mystery sound mystery sound quiz show with Dan, who organized that. But Dan, you also talked about our liquid assets and some of the issues we face surrounding water.
Right here in our own lakes area, we can see the impact of what we believe now is true climate change taking place, and the various impacts that can have with the more frequent and more intense rain events, and what that's going to do to increase runoff from our lakes and maybe even change the makeup of the species of the type of fish we have in our lakes because of what's taking place. And so that's really happening here. It's happening now, and so we need to be aware of it and find out more about it.
Right, and that's the whole point of the Hodge Podge H2O. You know, we had one earlier about what our environmental issues for Earth Day. That's kind of how it all started. But we're just really accentuating or calling out some of the things that the water issues here, and having a little fun with it too, as well. But Erica, I know that you helped organize a loon calling contest, and you know, what was the inspiration for that?
Yeah,
because you're such a good loon caller.
I'm a good loon caller. I admit I am one of the best on Pelican Lake. But Dan says he can do a good one too, so we might have to have a competition. But yeah, we had the Boys and Girls Club. I'm a huge fan of the Boys and Girls Club and all they do for kids. And it was just great to see these little kids out here, and they were excited. So they did a great loon call, and they got a little prize. And just great to see kids get involved with what's the environment and in a positive way. So it's good.
All right, we are at the Historic Homes Theater, who helped provide us this venue to have this Hodge Podge H2O too. We want to thank them too, but we're going to take a quick break and be back with more.
Hi, I'm Louisa Walls. My name is Lila.
Wow.
Hi, my name is Jade.
Okay, go ahead. Mr. Jack, you wrote a special song for us for our radio show today. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration for this.
Well, first of all, I was asked to do songs on H2O and water, and I'm like looking through my hundreds of songs and not coming up with a whole lot. So I decided, well, let's write one. And one of the invaders to our wetlands and our water is purple loosestrife. It actually came across in the 1800s. They brought it over as a very pretty flower to put on their put around their houses and so forth, but it's spread across the country and in our lakes, in all of our waters. And what it does is it chokes out things like cattails and other things for our habitat, and they have no place to go anymore. So it's really an invader. And so I wrote the song. I called it The Pretty Invader. But and the song's about the purple loosestrife. So,
well, you went above and beyond, so you get an A for the day.
Oh, thank you very much. It was my pleasure.
Right. John Hutchinson, Mr. Jack, a local musician, on the show, on our special radio show, Hodge Podge H2O, that we filmed live at the Historic Homes Theater. Thanks.
Came across the water long, long time ago. came across the water long, long time ago. Swept away by her beauty. Oh, how we welcomed her to our shore.
Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. Carol McCarthy here at the Historic Home Theater with the folks from Natural Innovations. We've just wrapped up a Hodge Podge H2O show here live on stage, and the folks from Natural Innovations helped put it all together. And we're talking about some of the issues surrounding water in the lakes area. We had some fun and that sort of thing. But I know, Sandy, you're instrumental in educating the public about aquatic invasive species, but also talking about how we can keep the bad things out of our water. And I know that you talk a lot about, educate the people, the public, a lot about keeping pharmaceuticals out of the water.
Absolutely. Years ago, we were told to just throw it away or flush it down the toilet. Not anymore. It's getting into the wastewater treatment plant, and they don't have the filters to get most of those chemicals out. So the recommendation now by the state and even federally is to take it to a pharmaceutical take-back program. In Becker County, we have one of those. Most counties, many counties, I should say, do. And so you can bring it to the Becker County Sheriff's Department, and that's any kind of pharmaceutical, medication type things, everything but liquid. Mm-hmm. So any kind of meds that you have, whether they're medicines for a cold or medicines that the doctor's prescribed. Okay. You bring it to the Sheriff's Department, walk up to the front window and just say, I have some meds to get rid of. They'll unlock the door where the take-back box is, put it in there, and go 24/7.
All right. You work with Becker County Environmental Services, so you deal a lot not only with aquatic invasive species but hazardous waste. But what is the underlying message? I guess people need to take personal responsibility. Really, it's up to us to take care of the earth. And so if we want to keep it safe, we want to keep our water clean, our air clean, and the land in good shape, we need to take personal responsibility. We each have to take action, whether that's raking your yard of the dog doo and putting it in its proper place in the garbage, or cleaning out if you're mowing the grass and grass has gotten into the gutter, clean it up and put it either on your yard or in your compost pile instead of leaving it in the gutter. It gets washed down the gutter and out into the lake if you don't take care of it. So each one of us can do something. All right. You don't have to do it all. Mm-hmm. Do what you can. And that's what Natural Innovations really is about, educating the community, the public about the environment. And this is one way that Natural Innovations does this, to educate. We have these radio shows. I guess we could say we've done it quarterly now, but maybe in the future this will be more regular. But talk a little bit about some of the other things that Natural Innovations does, or what it's all about.
Yeah, the beauty of Natural Innovations, I think, is that we all come to the table with a little bit different perspective, and it's really about bringing those social responsibilities, the social systems, and the natural systems together. And so it's so fun to have everybody together to, around the table. We all have our interests, and together we can really make a difference. And like Sandy said, it's about our participation in what we do, and you don't have to do it all, but every little bit helps, and together it really makes a big difference.
Well, keep up the good work, you all, and hopefully you'll tune in again to KDLM. Keep it tuned, and we'll have some future programs. And John Mingy is standing off in the wings here, but John Mingy is also a part of Natural Innovations. He's not on stage, but if you want to come up on stage here, John, we're wrapping things up, and we'll get a shot. He's the guy that keeps the sustenance here with Natural Innovations. But if you want to find out more about Natural Innovations, you can go online, naturalinnovations.org, on the website. And or if you ever hear of an event being sponsored by Natural Innovations, a lot of work with the youth. And John Mingy, step on in, also a member of Natural Innovations. Thanks so much for providing us with your baked goods and services. So, all right. All right, and with that, on that note, we're going to wrap up Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, along with the Natural Innovations crew on TV3.